which UFC fighter will be the GOAT in 2030? Maybe John Jones still will be? I don't think so, though. I think there's one specific fighter that stands out to me that will by far be the GOAT in 2030. And that fighter is, drum roll please, Islam Makhachev, okay? This is pretty common sense in my opinion. Islam Makhachev is one of the best fighters to ever do it, and in my opinion, the most well-rounded fighter ever, okay? But I'm going to get right into the video. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down why Islam Makhachev will by far be the GOAT by the end of his career, okay? Starting off with his pure dominance, okay? First of all, he has a 15-fight win streak. So, he literally is unstoppable right now. 15-fight win streak, no one can beat him, not even the best guys. He has 11 out of 16 fights. He has won by finishes, either submission or knockout. He's been really getting good with his knockouts lately, especially them head kicks, bro. Those are dangerous. He's also 16-1 in the UFC. The one loss that he had was that he got chinned by a literal nobody in the beginning of his career, literally his second fight. Shit happens in the beginning of everyone's career. So, can't really take that away from him, if you know what I mean. He has submitted big names. So he's very known for having a variety of a skill set. He submits the best guys ever. He submitted Renato Moicano, he darsed him. He submitted Dustin Poirier, darsed him 2 fights in a row. Charles Oliveira, arm triangle. Dan Hooker, Kimura. Thiago Moses, and Drew Dober. Literally submitted every single one of those guys. Many people might not know the last 2 guys I named. Hopefully you do. But the other guys are very known that he submitted, especially Charles Oliveira, because Charles Oliveira is probably the best jiu-jitsu athlete in the UFC. And then on top of that, he has KO'd, also TKO'd, Alexander Volkanovski and Bobby Green. Many people might think Bobby Green is a mid-striker, but before he has fought his recent fights, many people thought he was a very creative striker. So when Islam knocked or TKO'd him, it was really impressive. He has also won from decision against Alex Volkanovski the first time and Arman Tsarukyan. And those are 2 big names. Overall, a dominant fighter, as I just shared. He has done so many things in the sport so far, and he has accomplished so much stuff. And he's just going to get better as the years go on, and I'm very excited to see it. But moving on to the versatility that Islam Makhachev has. He is very versatile. He's always improving his game in every single aspect of fighting, okay? So he literally can beat anyone in their own game. He can fight a striker and knock them out. He can fight a really good jiu-jitsu guy, submit him. He can fight a really strong wrestler, out-wrestle him. He can go against a strong guy, and he'll out-skill him overall. He can go against anybody and beat them in any way that he wants. He has KO'd very solid strikers, known as Alexander Volkanovski. He head kicked him. Volk has been known to have a lot of heart, a lot of talent in the striking. And Bobby Green, as I said, obviously recently, after Ruffy KO'd him, even before that, he has been going downhill. But before that, he was doing really fucking good. So it was really impressive that he TKO'd him at the time. And then he submitted some insane grapplers. Literally some of and the best grapplers he has submitted. He submitted Charles Oliveira, literally the best grappler, or maybe not grappler, but jiu-jitsu guy in the UFC ever. He arm triangled him. He submitted him very easily and very fast. That shows his levels. And he also darsed Dustin Poirier. Poirier is known for his jiu-jitsu. Pretty good on the ground, black belt. But, he's still good, and he darsed him in the 4th round. So, he has shown his jiu-jitsu skills in his fights, including against Dan Hooker. The reason I didn't add Dan Hooker is because he's not really known to be a great grappler, but still Kimura'd him, so. And then he out-wrestled and out-styled fighters all rounds of the fight. So what I mean, if he didn't finish him, he still out-styled all fighters the whole fight, okay? Including Arman Tsarukyan and Volk. Volk, the first fight, many people think Volk did win, but when you really go back and watch, it is very close. I'm not going to speak on the decision, but I will say Islam did hold his own and was out-wrestling Volk a lot of the time. Even though Volk did defend himself very, very, very good, he still out-wrestled him. And Arman Tsarukyan, obviously a very good wrestler, but in MMA wrestling, Islam Makhachev is way better, and he was proved to be better by showcasing that he could out-wrestle Arman Tsarukyan. And he also has proved that he can go all 5 rounds. Many fighters finish guys right away, like Hamza Chimaev, he finishes guys right away, but he hasn't proven to go all 5 rounds. And you can't be the best fighter ever if you can't go all 5 rounds, win a decision, and showcase that you have good cardio. Islam has done that many times, specifically against Alexander Volkanovski when they had a full camp to train. So that shows that his cardio is up to date, very good, and that's not a lacking thing in his skill set. But moving on to consistency. This is a big thing. A lot of fighters can knock a guy out, show everyone, oh, holy shit, what, you see that? Like, that was insane. You know, Michael Chandler knocked out Tony Ferguson, Dan Hooker. He's not consistent. He sucked after that, you know? You got to be consistent to be considered the GOAT. Islam Makhachev is very consistent. Has fought the highest level of guys recently and is making them look like amateurs. Charles Oliveira made him look like an amateur. Renato Moicano, obviously not to the level of Islam Makhachev, but he still is in the rankings, top 15, okay? So, very good. Made him look like he didn't know how to fight. Volkanovski knocked him out. I gave it with short notice, still knocked him out. He had no excuse because he's higher up in the weight. You can't say that his chin's worse because he wasn't at 145. He outskilled Dustin Poirier too. Poirier did very good, but still, you can tell he beat him. Very, very, very dominant compared to these guys. Never looks worse in the next fight. So whenever he fights after his previous fight, he never looks worse. You're never like, what the hell happened? You're always like, damn, he got way better. Always sharpening all his tools in the shed. Always doing that. Never lacking in any way during his fight. When you think he can't get better, he gets better. He proves everybody wrong. His all-around grappling and especially his striking improves every single fight. I'm saying bowling, especially his striking. Every time he fights, his striking gets better and better. And I'm really excited to see in his next fight, hopefully against JDM, how sharp his boxing is looking and his kicks. Obviously, grappling can't get much better than that in MMA, but he still improves every time, which shows that he's going to keep getting better. He's just in his prime right now. Many think he's slowly going out of it. I've heard people say. I think that's stupid and that's BS. He definitely isn't. He definitely is still in his prime, in the middle of it. So when he keeps getting better and better, he will no doubt become the GOAT. Right now, I could consider him the GOAT. Okay, he's still going to get better than right now. So he definitely by far will be the GOAT by the end of his career because he keeps improving, okay? But moving on to future potential things for Islam Makhachev. He's going to be, mark my words, the future welterweight champion. He's going to beat JDM whenever he fights him. I think that he'll dominate the welterweight division. Literally everybody in the welterweight division. You can throw Buckley at him. Obviously, he dominates Buckley. Usman dominates Usman. Shavkat, Ian Gary, Sean Brady, Leon Edwards dominates every single one of them. I think Islam dominates the lightweight and the welterweight division right now. He could move back down to the lightweight division again, dominate it still, and then win the belt back if you really wanted to. He's probably not going to, though. Or he can move up to the middleweight division, which I think would be really, really interesting to see how the size difference goes in the fight. Because you look at Makhachev, he is a big guy, but you look at him compared to DDP, those guys are weighing like 220 plus pounds on the off, or during camp, I mean. They're big guys. So I would like to see how that size difference showcases in the fight, but I think that Islam honestly could become the first 3-division champion. I think that he could compete in the middleweight division. And I think that the only guy that give him kind of a problem is Hamza, but I think that he could give him a really good fight because he's way better in the striking. Grappling, obviously, is very close. But it'd be really a good fight. I want to see that. Pound for pound, the best to ever do it. Right now, he is. You don't even got to give him any more years. Pound for pound, he's the best. He's the best well-rounded fighter ever. Better than John Jones. Better than George St. Pierre. Better than Anderson Silva. You know, he's a great fighter. And by the end of his career, he will be the GOAT. No question. I don't want to hear it. If anybody thinks different, go research a little more. He will be the GOAT by the end of his career. It won't even take him till 2030, in my opinion. Give him a good 2 years, and he will be the GOAT already. He's gonna already probably have like what, 3-4 more fights in by the end of 2 years. He's gonna win all of them. He's already gonna be a double champion. You got to give it to him. He will be the GOAT by the end of his career. But yeah, that's all my evidence and my opinions on why I think Islam Makhachev would be the GOAT by the end of his career. Thank you guys for watching this video. Give me your opinion in the comments though. Let me know if you guys think if Islam would be the GOAT by the end of his career. I think it's kind of common sense, but I think most of you agree with me. But if you disagree with me, tell me why in the comments. Be respectful as always. If you're disrespectful in the comments, I'm not going to respond to you straight up. So have a respectful debate. I will get back and we can do this, you know, in an adult way, you know. But like I said, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's keep these numbers going up. Road to 200. Yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching again, and have a blessed day.